Hello ladies and gentlemen of Art of Conquest, it's Smashmode. And I was posting just some ideas today. And one of the viewers had mentioned to me what about certain changes that were coming to the game, and now that I've read these changes, I realize that I'm gonna have to completely change my approach to the game. So let's go over these patch notes, and I will throw a few opinions out there. Starting with Rufio's chopping blade, changed from area of effect to high single target damage. Previously, this ability did area damage, which meant the average damage per enemy unit was relatively low, and it rarely led to killing blows. Now the target unit takes the brunt of the attack and is more likely to be killed. I think this is a good change as long as all the other units that take the splash damage still get that little stun that it normally gives. Destructive one no longer reduces the number of troops that Rufio can lead into battle. The damage multiplier slightly adjusted. Now, what pops up a lot to me in these patch notes is they are not specific at all. They keep saying, oh, it was adjusted or decreased. Not very specific at this time. I think that's a great change. I have not used Destructive One specifically for that reason, because it would lower the amount of troops. Now Avril, I will not have an opinion on any of her moves because I did not use Avril. Ice Vortex changed from area of effect damage to high single target damage with a small amount of splash damage. Previously, this ability did area damage, which meant the average damage per enemy unit was relatively low, and it rarely led to a killing blow. Okay, so it's the same description as Rufio's attack. Blizzard freezing damage slightly increased, but it costs more mana. Gifted Mage now unlocks at level 5. It was level 4. Okay, so Rapid Cast, which it sounds like they just changed the name of Double Cast on that one. And Valari. Crackling Flames. The chance of an attack splitting into multiple flares has been reduced to 25% from 100%. It's nerf or nothing. Rain of Fire. Fireball damage increase now costs 3 mana. Okay, so a little more damage, costs you a little bit more. Burning, new ability unlocks at level 5. Grants a damage over time burning effect to all of Valari's fire attacks. Oh, that sounds real good. Fire Dance now will cost 4 mana instead of 3. Oh no, they removed her energy potion? That's too bad. I did like that quite a bit, but looks like they'll add a little bit of burning damage there. And a developer note, previously Valari's damage output was a bit too high, affecting the overall balance of the game. To address this, we weakened her Crackling Flames ability accordingly and added a new burning ability to accentuate her defining characteristics. And you took away the stamina potion. Why don't you mention that in there, developer diary? Avalon, who I've already read this one. It hurts my strategy all around. But let's get to it. Summon Archers. New ability unlocks at level 2, costs 1 energy. Avalon summons a group of archers to assist in battle. The higher the level of your stronghold, the higher level of the archer summon. Which, that is going to be real cool for all of these summoning moves. It's going to be based now on your stronghold, not just on command. The greater Avalon's command, the greater the power of the archer summoned. The ability Capture Resources saw little use in the previous version because it sucked. We decided to replace it with the summoning ability to accentuate Avalon's leadership role. I like that ability. The fact that it costs 1 energy though, it may keep me from using it. Warhorn, new ability, unlocks at level 3. When Avalon takes the battlefield, he blows his horn, increasing the attack speed of nearby allies. Ardent Aura, another new ability, unlocks at level 5. Avalon leads an extremely disciplined army. When he is on the battlefield, all humanoid units have their max hit points increased. I would love to know how much that is going to be. My guess would be 25%, like the other ones, probably topping out at 32. Natural Leader, which took away shared ambition. R.I.P. peasants, you did such a good job. I want you to know I'm proud of you. But now Natural Leader will take the place, and this will be upgraded to increase the bronze cap of your army. Removed his Capture Resources, Focus Fire, which I never used Focus Fire, and Shared Ambition. Well, we'll get a little bit of gold for our peasants. Yay! Elena. Strategic Retreat now unlocks at level 1 instead of level 5. Can be casted for free. Use the cost 1 energy. Strategic Retreat has a standalone cooldown timer. You can now use Strategic Retreat whenever you see fit without having to worry about an energy cost. The change is intended to underline the strategic purpose of this ability. Call the Cavalry, unlocks at level 2, was level 1. Costs 1 energy, used to be free. Elena summons a group of Lancers to assist in battle. The higher the level of your stronghold, the higher level of the troops summoned. The greater the hero's command, the greater number of the troops summoned. Saving lives will unlock now at level 3 instead of level 2. Ready and Willing will be level 5 instead of level 3 now. This new ability, I like it. The mithril that you got from her ability, it wasn't really making a difference in my opinion. So her new ultimate unlocks at level 10. When Elena is deployed, the magic damage taken by all allied units is reduced by a certain percentage. A certain percentage. Removed her Royal Treasure ability. Vega, her mana barrier, greatly increased the health of the mana barrier. Favor of the Sun God now will cost 5 mana. Oh, that's gonna hurt. It used to be 3 mana. Now Varian, his bubble, granting invincible defense to reducing damage to 95%. Varian was too powerful with his invincible shield bubble active, which proved too large a challenge for rectifying game balance. This change remedies that issue. Lionheart Blade. Changed from an area of effect damage to a high single target damage with a small amount of splash damage. Pretty much the same description as it's been giving for the other moves. Summon Swordsman. Now costs 3 mana. Oh man, greedy! Varian summons a group of footmen to assist in battle. The higher the level of your stronghold, the higher the level of the troop summon. The greater the hero's command, the greater number of troops summoned. Now for it to be worth 3 mana, I hope it is significantly buffed. We'll have to wait and see. Crusader Shield greatly reduced the damage mitigation effect during morale boost. Crusader Shield was too powerful during morale boost, affecting the balance of battles. Yeah, it was. Love that. To address this, we decided to weaken the effect of this ability. Very vague statement once again. I wish they would give us some type of percentage. And now Crusader Resurrection will cost a little bit more mana. Gan or Gon, who I have not yet reviewed, so I do not have an opinion. Summon Trent, greatly increase the Trent's health and damage. Earthquake, increase the damage dealt and greatly increased the damage dealt to fortifications. Teodrin. Change Glory Hammer from area of effect damage to high single target damage with a small amount of splash damage. Same explanation there. Increase the damage radius while slightly reducing the damage dealt of sacrifice. And now costs 4 mana, was 3. Can't wait to see that. That move was already pretty crazy. Gazul's Fearsome Aura will now unlock at level 2. It used to be level 3. Skeleton Sacrifice will now unlock at level 3. It was level 4. And can now be casted for free. Cool. Greatly increased the Summoned Skeleton Titan's health and damage. That is definitely necessary. I always felt like that move was a bit underwhelming. Skeleton Mastery, a new ability, unlocks at level 4. Gazul excels at leading skeletal troops into battle. When he takes to the battlefield, all allied Marauders, Ravagers, Stalkers, Acolytes, Occultists, Warlocks, and Pikemen have their damage and max health increased. Immortal Strength, another new ability, unlocks at level 5. Gazul's Immortal Power grants extra power to undead units around him when he is on the battlefield. All allied undead units have their max hit points increased by a certain percentage. Soulless Scourge, 5 mana. Ouch. As the only Necromancer hero, we wanted to highlight Gazul's ability to lead undead armies. To achieve this, we added the Skeleton Mastery and Immortal Strength ability auras. At the same time, we weakened his active ability Soulless Scourge. I don't think we can call this a nerf. I'm a big Soulless Scourge fan, but it is very nice to see that you can have an all-around hero for a free-to-play Lich player. Cleo, Tomb of Creation. Feel the nerf back, Cleo. Now, if you've seen videos of some people using just Cleo and 2 spiders, and I think it's level 310 of the Academy, and just completely decimating the Academy, you would understand why this move needed a little bit of a nerf. The developer note: as a large-scale crowd control ability with significant damage, Tomb of Creation has a large impact on balance. After synthesizing various sources of feedback, everybody who wasn't using her, we decided to weaken this ability. Raxius, I think that's how you say his name, I have not used, so no opinions here. Soul Blast. Raxius can cast Soul Blast only after placing lanterns on the battlefield. There is no ability cooldown. As long as there are lanterns on the battlefield, the ability can be cast. Imprisoned Spirit greatly increases the spirit's damage and health. Costs 4 mana, it used to be 3. Rose. OP hero! Spiderweb doubled the area covered by the web. The area covered by the web was already huge, so I cannot wait to test this out. Why don't they just, might as well web the whole map at that point. Grims. New ability, Siege Mastery, unlocks at level 4. When Grims is on the battlefield, the siege weapons of all races have their damage and max hit points increased by a certain percentage. Ammo Wagon will now unlock at level 5, it used to be level 4. Reload Ammunition will now unlock at level 10, it used to be level 5. And they removed Siege Mastery. I can't wait to see. I think the siege damage will be, sorry about that, will be probably about 25%, same as a lot of the other auras. Gafgar, won't have an opinion here, not using it. A startling blow, changed from area of effect damage to high single target damage with a small amount of splash damage. Similar to the other moves, same developer note. Repairman, new ability unlocks at level 3. When Gafgar is on the battlefield, all allied mech units have their max hit points increased. Dwarf Warrior Specialist will now unlock at level 4, used to be level 5. Temporary Repair will unlock at level 5, used to be level 4. Iron Shield increased the damage reduction and duration. Removed his Elite Drill Master ability. Nora, fast loading, allows all of Nora's abilities to be cast twice, and when upgraded, reduces the cooldown time of Nora's abilities. Jaquez, just reviewed this one, pretty fun. Firestorm greatly reduced the amount of ammo expended, reduced the damage dealt by each bullet, and when upgraded, increases the firing duration. Previously using Firestorm would expend so much ammo that Jaquez wouldn't have enough ammo left over to get the most out of his other abilities. These changes do a lot to help resolve those issues. The adjustments made to the firing time and the damage dealt by each bullet add more strategic depth by making players think more before deciding when to use. I completely agree. His ammo would go so quickly that you could pretty much just choose one move. Rocket Launcher reduced the ammo cost and slightly reduced the damage dealt. Double Charge reduced the ammo cost and slightly reduced the damage dealt. Bane. So, new speciality. Previously, when learned Barbaric Blessing, the number of troops Bane could lead into battle was reduced to 1. This has now been changed into a speciality. Bane can now only lead one troop group into battle. So he will always only be able to have one group of troops. Provoke unlocks at level 1. It used to be level 2. Can now be cast for free. Used to be 1 energy. No longer mitigates all damage when cast. Only mitigates physical damage. Ferocious Charge costs 1 energy. It was free. Damage doubled. Nice. Barbaric Blessing no longer reduces the number of troops that Bane can lead into battle and no longer increases the energy limit. Instead, now increases stamina and physical damage mitigation. What makes Bane special is his self-reliant and the fact that he does not need supporting troops to fight effectively. To reflect his... I don't think that was typed right. We made the troop reduction aspect into a speciality that increases his attributes. Well, I can tell you, when these notes become official, I will test all these changes and record them on every single hero. And I will try to fit it all into one video. I thank you all for watching. I'm going to post the link for this in the description below. And I hope you have a great day.